And that's why there's so much depression and anxiety. It's because we're just focused on the physical world, but we're not focused on the reason for the physical world. Welcome to Reclaiming Dominion. I'm Pastor Andrew Violet, and I'm reacting to this video put out by Elite Motivation titled, "No One Will Remember You."
100 years from now, all of us will be dead. Someone else is going to be living inside of your house. The car that you drive is going to be scrap metal. Everything that you work so hard to build, gone, given away.
This is the sad reality of life, is all the things, most of the things that we spend our time and our energy chasing after are actually quite meaningless in of themselves on the grand scheme of things. This is the lie that materialism has kind of programmed our brains to think. It is that all the things that we're chasing after are meaningful, but really they're just means to an end. The food we eat, the pleasures we enjoy, these things, they're temporary, they're fleeting. They're not the end of themselves. The world is not just stuff. It's not just the things that we can see, that we can touch, we can feel, but it is that we live in a spiritual world. We live in an eternal world, one that actually exists forever, and there's a greater purpose to all of this natural world. It's all meaningful. Like the world God created is meaningful. It has a purpose for us, but it's not the end of itself. And our materialistic world has lost sight of this, and that's why there's so much depression and anxiety. It's because we're just focused on the physical world, but we're not focused on the reason for the physical world, which connects with the spiritual world. I don't know about you, but I don't want to just live in this as a slave to the materialistic world and the passions of my flesh. I want to rise above that, and I want to live the way that God designed me to be.
And your name will completely fade away within just a couple generations. Think about that. Do you know your great-grandparents' full name, their story, anything about them?
I personally didn't really ever know my grandfathers. I met one of them when I was very little, but both of them passed away when I was either young or before I was born. And I don't know the names of my great-grandparents. Maybe you're like me. Sadly, our names don't even stay for even 100 years often. When we die, those people who know us, they'll remember us for a short time, but then when they die, then nobody will remember our name. This is the vast majority of people throughout human history. Their names are just forgotten. Now, that's a sobering reality to realize that not only are the things that I'm chasing after flying away and they're going to be meaningless, but my very existence and the scheme of history is going to be wiped out and forgotten. That's pretty sad. But there's something that, as a Christian, I want you to think of that actually this video misses, and it's that your name actually does not die out if you are a Christian living according to God's principle, because you leave behind you a legacy of a godly heritage. Those who have families and have children, your children, even though their children after them and their children after them, they may not all remember your name. What you do in this generation and how you raise those children, it is going to impact for generations to come. And your impact and your significance will outlive you. It will outlast you. It's encouraging to reflect on the life of Andrew Murray, who had many children who all were faithful to Christ because he raised them up in the Lord. And from his children, his descendants, they had a reunion about 200 years later, and there was dozens of people who came from his descendants who were pastors, missionaries, and the vast majority of the people all professed to have faith in the Lord Jesus Christ. What a legacy that came from Andrew Murray's family. And this can be the same with you and me. When we raise a godly family, then that leads a legacy that goes for generations to come. Even if your name is forgotten, the impact of your life will not be missed.
This should make you realize that 99% of the worries that fill your mind every day are completely pointless. We live on a rock that's spinning 1,000 miles an hour in a universe with 400 million sextillion stars. That's a 4 with 23 zeros after it. And you're going to be dead soon. Me too. So if you can think about that for a moment every single day, that awareness that none of that actually even matters can actually free you up to truly live your life.
Absolutely. There's this poem here that sums up what he's been saying, and it's quoted by Leonard Ravenhill, and it says, "It will not make much difference, friend, 100 years from now, if you live in a stately mansion or a floating river scow. If the clothes you wear are tailor-made or pieced together somehow, if you eat big steaks or beans and cake 100 years from now. It won't matter about your bank account or the make of your car you drive, for the grave you claim your riches and fame, and the things for which you strive. There's a deadline we all must meet, and no one will turn up late. It won't matter then all the places you've been, each one will keep that date. We will only have in eternity what we gave away on earth. When we go to the grave, we can only save the things of eternal worth. What matters, friend, the earthly gain for which some men always bow, for your destiny will be sealed, you see, 100 years from now. What is the meaning of my life? What's the meaning of your life? I don't want to live the perpetual rat race of just making money and living day to day. Sure, that needs to happen, but I want to have that eternal perspective. And I want to live not as a slave to the materialistic world around me, but a free man who really serves and lives up to the purpose that God created me to be.